Paul, thank you for your time as always.
No worries.
Clearly not the outcome that you wanted today. Let's start with on the pitch. What were your reflections on the game?
Yeah, I mean, my overall feeling is like real pride. I thought the lads give everything they could. I thought we were the better side up to the dubious sending off. And then, I asked them at half-time like what sort of character we got, what we truly about, and I thought the 10 men literally ran their blood to stone, if that's a saying, and give everything, and we still managed to create really good opportunities against obviously a very good team who came full strength. So my overall feeling is one of disappointment, obviously, but of pride, really. We give some magic moments to a great fan base this season, but we're just short. And I think, if I'm really honest, at times today, as good as we were, I think it shows, we're just missing just a little bit. But like guts and character and all that, we're not, but we're just missing a little bit. So a very long answer. I'm hugely heartbroken for the lads, but I can't leave here not being disappointed with the performance. Like we came here and got a right good cracking. So I'm happy with the performance. However, I hate to say it, but it isn't today's performance that has stopped us being in the playoffs. There's points that we've dropped that we shouldn't have, and every team can have a story like that, But I think ours is, pretty sad.
On the red card, did you feel that it was pretty harsh?
Yeah, I did, but I'm obviously biased. I haven't seen it back. I sort of saw it back on the side of the pitch, but I thought it was very harsh because I thought that our goalie and Cash were on the goal line. So, and like I just had someone say in my ear then about the actual challenge was like weak as cat. It's just gone down. But I can't referee the game, unfortunately, or fortunately, because I wouldn't want to. So I thought it was harsh. I thought sending off was harsh, but if it's at the other end, would I want a penalty? Of course I would. So frustrating.
I'm sure there'll be a longer period of reflection in the next couple of weeks as you look ahead to next year, but you've said it already there. Is it just an element of sort of pride in the lads and look, you've came so close, given that on the 1st of July, and I know you weren't here, there was a real element of unknown for the football club?
Yeah, obviously the football club's come a long way, thanks to David, because there wouldn't be a club. I feel sorry for him the most, really, because he's a real super fan who loves the club, who done everything he can to keep it alive. So we have come a long way as a football club. I'm well aware of that, but it doesn't make it hurt any less because we put ourselves in the position to get in the playoffs, and I honestly thought if we played these home and away, we'd go through. And then at Wembley, it's a flick of a coin. But as you can see in the big games, our big players have been excellent. So I know the club's come a long way, but it is heartbreaking. I'd like to thank everyone who turned up, by the way. The fact that I understand how much pain you're in, that you stay and clap the team off is a nice memory. And I've had loads of good memories in my career and great promotions and that. But like people who stand and clap when they're hurting is one really up there. So I'm really proud to manage this team.
You mentioned there that you just feel maybe there were sort of elements in the game and over the season where you've just been that little bit short. Does the fact that it's only maybe you feel that little bit short sort of excite you and enthuse you for going into the summer and how the Derby County team that lines up in August will look when you've had a bit of time to shape it your way? Yeah, hopefully.
We've got to obviously have a summer like every other club will have a summer, and you shimmy around. It's elite sport. Unfortunately, you have to make changes. And in my opinion, and I said it ages ago, we've been unlucky, but we have failed. I know that no one wants me to say that as the manager, but we should have been in the top 6. So it's our job to try and put it right. And if you do exactly the same thing, you're probably going to get the same result. So it does excite me about signing players. It is a club that people want to come to, obviously. And I think if anyone watched us play today, why wouldn't you want to play football like that? We were really good in massive parts. So, the summer's always a time of rejigging, but, I'm just going to have a few days to lick my wounds and then, it all starts again.
I was going to mention that. Have you got to have discussions with players now that are in and out of contract in terms of where futures lie and things like that?
I mean, I'll speak to, I'll let everyone have a couple of days off and I'll go in and speak to the lads, and then, as many individual meetings as I can have, and, some who live a bit away, I'll FaceTime them if need be. But there's conversations with out of contracts, but there's also essential conversations with people who are in contract because, they've had 7 months of us. and they might not like what they see, and that's fine. I'll help people move on, or whatever the case may be, to get a group who are fully dedicated. But after saying all that, like the group today have been excellent. They've been, all the game changes went on, had a real positive effect. Everybody had a right go for us, so we're not far off. We're not far off, and it's the hope that kills you, isn't it? I think if we finished 12th and it was a really admirable season, blah, 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 but it's the fact that we were so close. And even on the last day of the season, as good as we were, a result goes our way somewhere else, you're still in it. But we couldn't rely on that. It was in our hands, but unfortunately today the football gods didn't really want us to go through.
Final word for the supporters, and you mentioned the 2,300 that were here today, the ones that have been at home all around the world. What's your sort of final message to them? Because you've shared some great moments together, whether it's Liverpool, MK Dons, there are various other games over the course of the season at Pride Park as well. What's your sort of word for those, having enjoyed the last 9 months or so with them?
Enjoyed and endured.
Enjoyed or enjoyed.
The life of a football fan. Like, it's just, it's all right me saying it, but I've been in football forever. But like, the club's in really good hands with the owner. It's got to be a really healthy club, and we'll come back like stronger next year. I sincerely believe that. And like, the fans can feel, the players can feel the goodwill off them. And like I said already, aforementioned about the fans staying and clapping the team off at home and away. If we've won or lost, there's a real feel-good factor about the football club. And obviously the fans play a massive part of that. Everyone who greets me on the way in, and I've had loads of letters to the club, loads of text messages, emails and everything welcoming us. So I really look forward to next season. It's been great, and hopefully, everyone can see how good the lads have been and how hard they've tried for the team. But like I said, unfortunately, we're just a little bit short, and for that I'm sorry, because I honestly thought we should have been good enough to get in.